I don't think people understand the implications of what China's being allowed to do. They're taking over the world right now, economically and militarily. They're being allowed to do these things because of this bribery scheme they're so afraid to show. And we have someone who in office who is compromised. And these people are covering for the number one enemy that we have in the world. And secondly, they're selling the safety of all of you for $1 amount. If you don't think that they're going to come here and can do whatever the fuck they want to do, you're insane. That's their plan. And we're only a few years away from it. So what's up, dude?
Dude, it is C.T.I, man. And, you know, so typically how this works, guys, is I go through the internet. I scour the internet. And I try to find...
You do what?
Scour, is that the right word?
Scour? What? Scour, I think is what you're looking for there.
Okay.
Bro.
All right. Yeah. A little public school in there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Bro, I went to public school, motherfucker.
A scour.
Go fool me.
Wait, so is it not scounder? Scounder is a word, though. What does scounder mean?
I think scounder is a DJ word.
That's fine.
I think you're mixing.
Hey, listen, this cruise the internet
and scoundrel.
Yeah, listen, this cruise the internet, not cruise fucking Webster's dictionary. All right,
all right. So anyway, so you were scoundering along.
So yeah, I was scoundering around, and I know, like, we got to talk about it, okay? Because I believe I'm under the assumption that all press is good press, right? But I found something, and I don't know if you've seen this, but I would love to get your take on this. Okay, so I got this headline here. The headline reads, 75 hard challenge workout is going viral, but experts say it can be dangerous. Have you seen this? Do you know anything about this?
I can't believe you did this to me on my own fucking show, bro. You motherfucker.
Dude, we got to talk about it. Let's talk about it, man.
Fine. We can talk about
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I have seen it because every single human on the planet that knows me has sent it to me. Okay. First of all, let me teach you a little rule about some shit here. Okay. This is a life rule.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is a good life rule, especially for you young guys and girls. People who just send you bad information or tell you the negative things that people are saying without standing up for you first are not your friends. Okay. So just keep that in mind because I have had it sent to me a million times. And if you send it, and every single time they're like, what the fuck? This is bull. Well, go tell them.
Yeah.
What are you telling me for? I fucking know it's bullshit. So
I did.
Yeah.
So actually, if you guys go to this, I commented on there 3 times.
Well, I did go peruse.
Yeah.
I did go scounder the comments. And it did seem like they were having a real rough time.
They were having
they had their hands full.
Yeah, we got to create another word for that.
You shouldn't be surprised that you have your hands full when you criticize something that has legitimately changed people's lives.
Well, not only that, dude, I think it also speaks to people speaking from these positions of authority that have no actual knowledge or experience in those things that they decide to speak on.
Well, fundamentally, they don't even understand what the fuck they're talking about. As
it tells the title.
Right. 75 hard challenge. It's a fucking program, bro. It's a mental toughness program.
Let's get into the article. Let's see what they're saying.
Let's do it.
Let's show the people what they're saying.
We're going to run this out. Okay.
Yeah, because I got some support and stuff, man. And I would like to see.
So you actually made this a real topic.
Yeah, this is a real thing, man. It's a real thing. So this is a New York Post article. Listen, I typically like New York Post. They're all right. Okay. I
read the article. It wasn't horrible.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
I've had a lot worse said about me pretty much every day.
So they start the article. They say chill workouts such as hot girl walks and treadmill struts may be all the rage with the TikTok crowd, but some are still opting for the high-impact fitness approach. The latest limit tester is the punishing 75 hard challenge, which has gone viral with 1.7 billion views on social media.
That's inaccurate. That's only one hashtag.
That's just
TikTok. Look at the rest of the hashtags. It's a lot more beats.
Well, that's also just TikTok.
Yeah.
And by
the way, you're a little late to the party. It's been viral.
So, the article includes the list. Is this from the website? I don't think this is from the website, but I mean,
it looks like they have it right though.
It's accurate. Yeah, for sure. They give you the plug, the 75 hard.
Look at this
program.
Look at this. Here they call it a program.
There's a program.
Here, I want to read it. The 75. I want to read this. The 75 hard program was created by Andy Frisella, a supplement seller and YouTuber.
What the fuck does that even mean,
bro?
Hey, I sell supplements.
Oh my God.
I'm a supplement seller.
Frisella did not respond to the post request for comment. Well, you have to fucking ask for a comment.
Why do they always do that?
Because they fucking fake out their shit and they don't actually do it. And then they say this.
Now, I will say this. They did link the YouTube. So shameless plug, not an ad.
Thank you guys.
That's great. So, but yeah, they go through this, man. And I mean, like you said, this is the screenshot. So this is just the hashtag 75hard on TikTok. 1.7 billion.
Yeah.
With overwhelming results. And that's, they included that in the article. It says TikToker at Miss Green Eyes 15 shared a video happily showing off her large stomach before and after losing 21.2 pounds in 75 days.
That's awesome.
Sabrina Reynolds took to TikTok as well to note how much more comfortable she feels in her body after dropping 23 pounds with the program.
Great job, Sabrina.
Instagram user Phil the Machine shared progress pictures from his first and last day in the program, which he says, quote, pulled him through a nervous breakdown and totally saved his life while showing off his now chiseled chest and toned arms. Now she brings in these experts. Okay. So she brings in this person named Lauren Schramm. The article says she's a global Nike trainer. And that she, quote, strongly opposed to this type of program.
Oh, I bet she did if she's heard any things I said about Nike.
Yeah, no shit. I said that on the New York Post article.
Oh, man.
But one of her things that she says, quote, it pushes the boundaries of safety for the majority of the population. It does not promote healthy levels of movement, diet, and rest. Schramm said the program, quote, does not seem realistic for the average person.
Well, that's very simply because it wasn't built for the average person. It was built for the people that want to be exceptional.
I think that's a fair thing to say. You also got some love from the Mayo Clinic inside the article. So Tara Schmidt, she's the lead registered dietitian at the Mayo Clinic, says that she isn't completely against the 75 Hard program, but she wants people to listen to their bodies and make the best choice for themselves, which is what the whole program's fucking about, right?
Yeah.
It's not like it's a law mandating everybody to do it.
You don't have to do it. Fuck, bro. I'm not president yet.
Exactly.
Shit, dude.
But dude, I mean,
like people act like I'm forcing this shit on people. Motherfucker, this is just what I do. I give the shit away for free. You go listen to it on episode 208. It's fucking free. Go to 75 Hard. It's fucking free.
Right?
Yeah. And by the way, they use these old pictures of me. I'm way more jacked.
Yeah, way more fucking jacked.
Like, look. I thought I was jacked there too, bro.
I mean, like, that's perspective though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But it's not sustainable because I continue to get better.
Yeah.
Right?
How does that work?
I don't know. Anyway.
But I think it's just interesting, dude. Like in our listeners.
God, I was fat. Holy shit. What the fuck? You fuckers well,
nobody's in here been there.
My guy, you knew me when I was fat. You let me walk around like that. What the fuck was that about? Sorry.
But dude, so I mean, I want to get to this, right? Because we're in a day and an age where society.
How black my beard was.
Yeah, it was pretty black.
Damn, bro.
I like the hair.
I'm saying on the right. Like that wasn't even that long ago. Now it don't look nothing like that.
Well, that was 4 years ago.
Shit. I guess a lot's happened in 4 years.
Yeah. A lot of domestic shit.
Yeah.
That's all that
I've worked my way up the list. It's got me some gray hairs.
But dude, like, we're in a day and age in society, right? Where there's, people are taking their health more seriously, right? And it's just mind-boggling to me that when we're inundated, with our beauty industry, right? They want to paint obesity as the thing to do. Or you got people.
We got the Cosmopolitan cover on here where it says this is healthy and the woman is
obviously
clearly obese.
Yeah, and,
like unhealthy obese.
Yeah, or you got things like people that are complaining.
Not that there's a healthy obese,
right? But I mean, you got people complaining, that they can't fit inside the plane aisle and saying that it's discrimination. You got obesity. You got nationally 41.9% of adults today in America are obese. Suicide rates are climbing through the roof, right? Studies are showing the detriments of alcohol, right? You have all of these things going on.
But that's all good stuff.
It's all, yeah. But and the things that are the worst for you are painted as the best. And when you have a program like 75 Hard that you've created, I've done, many people in this room have done, it blows my mind how it's painted as too intense.
How's that blow your mind? It's what we talk about every single day on the show,
it's
brother. dude, they want you fat. They want you sick. They want you unhealthy. They want you entrapped in your phone. They want you ordering their shitty food. So you have to take their shitty medication. Like, bro, to me, when I see this shit, and I don't know how everybody else sees it, but I'm like, yeah, exactly what I've been talking about. And not only is it exactly what I've been talking about, they're using the example on me in the national news. Like, it's fucking amazing. Like, they're just making my point for me in a very real way. Like, you know that little slide I posted in my story where it says, here's the solution to the problem? Like, I'll read it to you, bro.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to read it because it's important that people hear what I've been saying. Because if you don't follow me on Instagram, a lot of you guys don't, you don't see the things I post. And there's this little slide that I post where I basically say, hey, if you want to mess up their plan for us, it's real simple. They want you fat, become fit. They want you sick, become healthy. They want you broke, build wealth. They want you silent, speak up. They want you apathetic, care. They want you stupid, learn. They want you unskilled, acquire real skills. They want you to hate each other, love and help each other. They want you to need them, take pride in not needing them. They want you to give up, never fucking give up. Honor those that came before you, inspire those coming after you with the life that you build. It's a duty. It's an American duty. Personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion. You are 100% in control of what needs to happen to restore greatness to this country and always have been. And I've posted that slide 100 and probably 300 times in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I probably every 3 days I post it. And this here, to me, is an example of exactly that. Okay. So it's funny because they say, oh, 75 hard is dangerous. It's dangerous to be fit. It's dangerous to drink a gallon of water. It's dangerous to be healthy mentally. It's dangerous to have discipline and control and confidence in yourself and belief in yourself.
It is dangerous.
To whom? Who's it dangerous to? And then it makes sense. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So
yeah.
It makes perfect sense to me. Bro, look how much, I thought I was yoked then too.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we both did.
I was there when you took that picture.
Taking that picture.
I remember that
picture.
And
you being like, fuck, bro, you look
fucking
jacked.
great.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm looking good. Anyway, but I mean, dude, this is just a prime example of what we're talking about, right? The shit that we should be doing as human beings is not pushed. Yeah. And the shit that we shouldn't be doing that makes us more of a peasant to the entire global corp is pushed. And this is there could not be a more perfect example of what I've been trying to share and teach than this actually coming out about me.
Yeah.
It's like a gift.
Yeah, man.
So, you guys who have had success with the program and, it's changed your lives, you should probably let people know exactly what the fuck you think when they try and tear it down. Nobody will go tear down an Iron Man. Nobody would say, hey, an Iron Man, you're a fucking idiot for doing an Iron Man.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, right. Bro, it's the same thing for your brain, dude. The whole thing is these people don't understand what it is.
Yeah.
They don't even understand.
Well, even the argument about, studies have shown we need rest. Problem is, bro, most people's lives.
Bro, you need to learn how to push through when you're fucking tired. That's what you need to learn. The biggest problem that people have with their entire fucking existence is very simply described as this. You do not have the ability to stick to what you said you're going to do when it gets mildly uncomfortable and you change the plan. And this is why people cannot get anywhere in life. And this program helps you correct that about yourself so that whatever you decide to do, whether it be climb Mount Everest, whether it be just be a good parent, whether it be build a business or build a family, whatever, you're able to follow the plan when it goes off track. And this is an important skill in the game of life that this program teaches you. And then you have the people who will say, oh, it doesn't teach you that because you have to keep doing it. Motherfucker, you got to take a shower every day, right? You put deodorant on every day? You fucking put clean underwear. I hope you put clean underwear on. Okay, motherfucker, discipline and mental toughness is a perishable skill. We all go through phases in life where we get complacent. We get a little lazy. We get a little off our game. And when we start to recognize that about ourselves, which coincidentally, this program gives you the most amount of awareness that you could possibly have for when you're sliding off track so it doesn't get insanely off track, then you start to put that deodorant back on. You put on a new clean pair of underwear called discipline, right? And you feel fresh and you get to a new level. It's so absurd, some of the shit people say. And half the people that say it, they say it because they can't make money doing it.
That's what it is.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you trainers understood what this program, like, do you think that it was an accident for me to not put the diet plan in there? Don't you think I could have just recommended a diet plan? Don't you think I could have recommended workouts? Don't you think I could have said exactly what to do? No, I left that open so that the trainers of the world could work with it and help their clients at the same time. Like, fuck, guys. Like, I gave you a fucking big old golf ball, like the big one, like this, like 5 times bigger than the regular one on the fucking tee, like right in the sweet spot, and you're not even seeing that I'm putting it there for you. Mm-hmm. Like, fuck, dude. This is meant for everybody. It's fucking free for a reason. If you're a trainer and you want to program someone through it, that's what it's built for. Anyway.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting, man. I
can't believe you put it on the show. It is pretty funny, though.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. Well, let's get into this, man.
And by the way, episode 208 in the audio feed. Okay. It's not on YouTube. If you go to episode 208 on the audio feed, it'll give you the whole program for free. I'm not selling you shit. You don't have to buy shit. If you want, there's a fucking book you can buy and there's an app you can use that is extremely helpful. That's it. If you don't want to use it, don't fucking use it.
Yeah.
In fact, if you don't want to do the program, don't do the program. I don't give a shit. This is what I do. Okay. So that's that.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's get on to cruising, guys. Remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You can find them there, or you can drop down in the YouTube description below and check out the links with that for this episode as well. So with that being said, let's take a ride. Headline number one. Headline number one reads, U.S. National Weather Service warns smoky haze likely to persist for days across
like
the
a Tuesday
US.
night at my house, baby.
When I saw that, I was like,
that right, Murph?
When I saw that, I said, shit, I hope Andy's okay. So the thick, hazardous haze blanketing the Northeast, disrupting daily life for millions of people across the U.S. and Canada, could persist until the weekend, a U.S. National Weather Service meteorologist said. The weather system that's driving the great Canadian-American smokeout, a low-pressure system over Maine and Nova Scotia, quote, will probably be hanging around at least for the next few days. U.S. National Weather Service meteorologist Brian Ramsey said, quote, conditions are likely to remain unhealthy at least until the wind direction changes or the fires get put out, Ramsey said. Quote, since the fires are raging, they're really large, they're probably going to continue for weeks, but it's really just going to be all about the wind shift. Now, I'm sure most of our listeners and viewers, you guys have seen the pictures, New York City, right?
That's scary looking.
Dude, it looks like some steampunk movie.
Bro, it looks kind of like what it looks like when a tornado is about to happen.
Yeah.
Like people from the Midwest, they never like understand what it looks like, or they're not from the Midwest. It's like, it's not as bad as that, but it's like that.
It's very, very similar. It's just this eerie fucking feeling, right?
And it's all quiet.
Yeah. It's mainly because our glass fucking bubble dome we're in gets fucking too humid.
Somebody didn't wash it right.
That's all it is, man. Okay, but there's something much more sinister going on here that I would like to speculate to.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Is this tinfoil?
We're almost there.
Okay.
We're almost there. We're almost there. So the forefront of this argument, literally in the US, all across the world, climate change.
Of course.
Climate change.
Of course.
Climate change. AOC, this is actually AOC, not the parody account. She tweeted this saying, between New York City and wildfire smoke and this NPR, it bears repeating how unprepared we are for the climate crisis. We must adapt our food systems, energy grids, infrastructure, healthcare, etc., ASAP to prepare for what's to come and catch up to what is already here. Hashtag Green New Deal. Chuck Schumer, he also tweeted out saying, quote, these Canadian wildfires are truly unprecedented, and climate change continues to make these disasters worse. We passed the Inflation Reduction Act to fight climate change, and we must do more to speed our transition to cleaner energy and reduce carbon in the atmosphere. Everybody's on it. Even our EPA is on it. They just released a study, said climate change indicators, wildfires, right? And citing in this saying, quote, multiple studies have found that climate change has already led to an increase in wildfire season length. wildfire frequency and burned area. The wildfire season has lengthened in many areas due to factors including warmer springs, longer summer, dry seasons, and drier soils and vegetation. And we also know that Bill Gates has tapped into this as well, right? This headline reads, a Bill Gates venture aims to spray dust into the atmosphere to block the sun. What could go wrong, right?
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably safe.
But they're saying Microsoft's billionaire founder, Bill Gates, is financially backing the development of sun-dimming technology that would potentially reflect sunlight out of Earth's atmosphere, triggering a global cooling effect. Now, here's the interesting thing, Andy. So I went back through Canada's weather for the last 2 weeks. Okay. And this is in multiple different parts of Canada. And I just want to see tell me what you see here. When we look at those temperatures, right?
Oh, we see, 54 and sunny, 52 passing clouds. I mean, it's a lot of 50s and 60s.
50s and 60s.
Very little wind.
More 60s,
a little
right?
breeze.
63.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, here we get a little bit more wind here.
Okay. 64, more passing clouds. Yeah. Right.
Looks pretty nice.
This climate change, the interesting thing with climate change is that these climate disasters happen. They always it just seems like there could be somebody behind them. Like, I don't know, like the Royal Canadian Mountain Police believing that 3 fires in Pictou County early Friday were deliberately set. Or police in Nova Scotia say that some fires were deliberately set. Or, this article in Toronto, cops suspect arson caused wildfire in at least one part of Quebec. Is the climate changes creating climate change?
Oh, they wouldn't do that.
No.
These people love the climate so much that they wouldn't do anything to hurt the climate to just intentionally push their agenda, I'm sure.
No. Not like that professor in California that was indicted for arson spree. Have you set one of the largest wildfires in California's history?
And I think if we remember right, because I think we talked about this, if you go back and read this guy, I believe that he is part of the environmental fucking whack job movement of the entire world.
Absolutely. And what's their answer in response to this, Andy, you ask? Well, one cigarette doesn't cause cancer, just 40 years of smoking it. So one fire set intentionally by arson is okay. Climate change is still real. What do we got on this, Andy?
We just have a bunch of good people with no agenda that truly care about humanity and our health and, the climate. And they think that, basically we should have nothing. And in fact, it's probably a good idea that we're not even here, because that way the climate would just be better if we just had less humans and, less animals. And we just decided to keep a very select few humans alive and let them have the entire earth. And we'll just, the rest of them, really, dude, kind of peasants.
Yeah, right.
Like they're not like
they
us,
don't even do dangerous
right?
stuff like 75 hard.
Like, bro, they have to wear masks, like while we get served grapes and fanned by them, right? Like, that's what I think. I think we have a very evil group at the top. And I don't know that AOC is a part of it or if she's just a puppet, because she doesn't seem real bright. Just being real, like no disrespect. Like
no bright flight scholarships over there.
No, I just don't feel like I feel like she's a puppet. That's what I feel like. And I feel like she's told what to say. And I feel like the people above her, I think she might actually believe some of this stuff. But, the people above her, I've talked about this documentary so many times. It's called Agenda and Agenda 2. If you go watch those documentaries, it will explain to you how communists have hijacked the environmental movement and used the green energy, Green New Deal to usher in not only a surveillance state and total communism, but also extreme wealth for themselves. So if you look at where these people own their stocks and what companies they're invested in, all of these people are invested in this green energy. There's a lot of financial benefit to be had here, and also social power benefits. So at the same time, they're trying to shift the economy away from oil and gas to electricity under the guise of environment. But what they don't tell you is that actual stripping of the minds of these materials is actually more dangerous and more harmful for the environment than oil and gas is. All right. And they don't tell you these things because if they told you these things, you wouldn't believe in what they're trying to sell you. And then we have a whole lot of really good-hearted people who care about the environment. Cause like, bro, who doesn't really care about the environment? Dude, one of the reasons I said the other day, I won't go to California is which is funny because all you fuckers are environmentalists out there, but your whole entire fucking state looks like shit. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I won't even go there because it has literal 1,000 times the amount of litter than St. Louis, Missouri has. Okay. So just think about that if you live out there. All right. So we have all these good-hearted people that, care. They care. They care enough to say they care,
right?
But they don't care enough to actually educate themselves on what's going on. And they've activated this group of people in a fanatical way to push their agenda of communism across the globe. All right. Because like, dude, if you're a climate activist and you care about the climate, and I'm not talking about one of these corrupt people that is playing these people. I'm talking about one of the puppets, right? Like they're a true believer. I mean, dude, like if you're one of those people and someone says, hey, fuck you, you're full of shit, blah, blah, blah. I mean, bro, that's going to piss you the fuck off because you really care about it.
You actually care.
And they've leveraged these people's big hearts and into this movement that has us all in danger now, like real talk. And I do believe what I said sarcastically a few minutes ago is the exact plan, which is to eliminate much of humanity and keep the quote unquote elites, who are not the elites, they're the scum of the earth. Okay. But that's what they're called. So we call them that.
Mm-hmm.
And that they will take the earth and everybody else is at their mercy in any way. And if you say something against it, jail or death. If you do something against it, jail or death. They run the shit. We have to take what we get. And that's what they're trying to force. And they're trying to force that power on us. And it's very important that people recognize what's going on. I care about the environment, bro. I care about what's going on, but I'm also not stupid as fuck. And I actually read things and I start to learn about things and I actually look into things past what people just tell me. And what I'm telling you is that if you watch Agenda and Agenda 2 with an open mind, you will understand exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No, it makes sense.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's the same play that they run, right? Like, and it's not even, it's actual conspiracy, right? They want the guns. So they create the situations to make people emotionally triggered to give the guns.
Correct.
Right? By using three-letter agencies. It's been proven. It's not even these are facts. They want climate change. They want people to be emotionally triggered, whether that's to, sacrifice freedoms or privileges, or rights that we have in this country. They want climate change. So let's do something that will get people to emotionally attach and get with the program, whether that means setting forest on fire, whether that means shooting up fucking schools to get guns banned, right? Like it's a common thing.
You're bringing up a good point here that needs to be said, dude. These people at the top, the organizers of this shit, this is for power. And so they understand that if they lose power, which they currently have, that it means jail or death for them. And so if you think that they're not going to go burn down forests or do chemical spills or whatever the fuck they have to do to get people to go fight for them, you're insane. They don't care. So they will kill us all of us, if they get the chance. And that's real shit.
Yeah.
And people have to come to terms with it, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, this does not surprise me at all. Yeah. And I think it's just important, like you said, people got to see that there's always deeper meanings behind these things. You can't just look at this shit at surface value because it gets way more deeper. So, guys, tell us in the comments what you guys think, where you guys are tracking on this. I've also seen a lot of really listen, the right, they can get kind of crazy out there too, right? They're saying there's fucking weather machines. I know HARP, yeah, it's real shit, right? But I think this was just something.
They can see clouds and create rain.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
But I think this was just literally a matter of.
They can also fucking set fires.
Just set the fires on. Yeah. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You gotta be careful out there what you guys are seeing, and but let us know in the comments what you guys think.
I think people are over it, dude. Most of the people, even a lot of my friends who were more to the left, who were a little passionate about this, even some of my family has come around to see that they're being manipulated. So that's a good sign.
Yeah. Well, dude, the truth and the lag in transparency is it's shortened down.
Yeah, it's getting short.
A shit ton, right? So I mean, this would be a big story yesterday, and then now you got all these articles in 3 different places in Canada now confirming this, right? So it's like, I mean, through the smoke screen, they're having a hard time handling that.
Yeah,
So,
and it's funny because the machine that they created to control humanity, quote unquote, the internet and social media, is now fucking killing them because they can't control the spread of information anymore.
it's too fast, man.
Yeah.
It's too fast.
And calling people domestic terrorists and extremists and white supremacists and fucking conspiracy theorists, nobody cares anymore because you ran the term out of importance, which has other implications.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Because
now
then
the
when
real
those things
shit,
yes,
yeah, now the real shit gets ignored.
yes,
100% or minimized.
Yeah.
100%, man. Well, guys, let's cruise on along. We got headline number 2. Headline number 2 reads, British toddler among 6 stabbed in French playground horror. This is,
I saw the video.
dude, it's fucking disturbing, man.
Yeah.
It is, but we need to talk about it because again, there's always something deeper here, man. So this is a article from The Independent reading, a British girl on holiday with her family was among 4 toddlers and 2 adults stabbed in a, quote, audacious and unspeakable attack in an open-air playground by a knife-wielding man. Witnesses describe scenes of panic as screaming mothers sought to protect children from the assailant who rampaged around a lakeside park in Annecy in the French Alps. Madame Bourne said the attacker was a 31-year-old Syrian national who was granted asylum in Sweden 10 years ago and was carrying Swedish identity documents. He had entered France legally and applied for asylum, she said, though he was not eligible because Sweden had granted him asylum in April. On his claim, he described himself as a Syrian Christian. The attacker did not appear to have a, quote, terrorist motive, Ms. Bonnet Mathis said, and an attempted murder investigation was ongoing. He, quote, has no criminal record, is not known to any intelligence service, has no psychiatric history, and has been identified, said Madame Bourne. Ms. Bourne added that the man appeared to be, quote, homeless and isolated. Emmanuel Macron, leader of France, president of France, tweeted this out saying, quote, the attack of absolute cowardice this morning in a park in Annecy. Children and adults are between life and death. The nation is in shock. Our thoughts are with them, as well as their families and the emergency services mobilized. Here is a quick video. Must warn our viewers, it is disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. So we have this migrant surge here in this country. And while we're seeing these things increase in their rate and frequency, you have political leaders in this country recommending that we just take these migrants in our own homes. So make that make sense. Andy, what do you got on this?
Well, first of all, I mean, that's fucking horrible. I'm sick of seeing this shit, dude. Like, I'm sick of fucking seeing these people who don't even belong in a fucking country. They belong in their own country doing this kind of shit. This shit is happening here. It's happening all through Europe. It's been happening for the last 15 years. And again, they get these bleeding heart people to go to bat for these people, just like on the green energy thing, because it sounds nice. These people are seeking asylum. These people want refuge. No, a lot of these people are the people they dumped out of the prisons to send here. Okay. Y'all hate Trump, but Trump's telling you the truth. These people come from they're the problem people from these other countries that are then sent here and bussed here, just like they're bussing them all over the country. And real talk, it's a real issue that needs to be cleaned up, and people are not going to like the cleanup process. The cleanup process is going to involve major funding towards a military effort to round up the people who came here through this open border and send them back where the fuck they came from. It's going to be a huge ordeal, and we're going to have all the humanitarians crying fucking bullshit. And by the way, my family's immigrants. But you know what they did? They came here legally. They came through Ellis Island. In fact, my biological grandfather died for this country. And I just found out today that he survived D-Day and went on to fight another 6 months and finally got shot in the back and killed. My dad's there right now today.
Yeah, I saw
yeah.
Yeah.
So he sent me a video from there this morning. And people are like, why didn't you go? Well, here, guys, let me explain something to you. I own some pretty big fucking companies, and there's only 3 people in the world that can fucking run them. And my brother's one of them. And so we don't get to do a lot of shit together because if we did get fucked with or something happened, it would fuck a whole bunch of people. So please understand that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back. It's going to be at a different time. Hopefully I can do that before, time runs out, but I don't need to you guys don't get it.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's what needs to happen. And we need a leader that's going to come in and do that. And we have these situations happening all over the country. These people are, by the way, I think immigrants are some of the best people in the fucking world. Okay. If they come here legally with the right intention. But a lot of these people are not coming here legally with the right intention. They're coming here because they understand that they're going to be provided for. They understand they're going to have criminal privilege. They understand they will not be held accountable. And they're running free reign on our societies, on our cities. And we're seeing this especially against women. Women are fully under attack right now. You have dudes out there saying they're men, competing in women's sports, stealing their entire identity. And then you have these fucking 10 million illegal men coming from other countries that they were a problem in for the most part, that are now with no women and no families. What the fuck do you think they're going to do to women? It's already happening. We hear about these rapes. We hear about these murders. We hear about these gang rapes going on all over fucking Europe for the last decade. And everybody says, oh, you're a racist for saying that. No, I'm a fucking realist, bro. These people are not here for good intention. And everybody needs to understand that so that we can have a quality of life here. Otherwise, it's going to be a total fuck show.
Yeah.
You're not going to be safe anywhere you fucking go. It's different cultures. It's not like these people are coming here illegally, filling out the paperwork, following the rules. And by the way, in their culture, for the most of them that come from the Middle East, they come here and ignore the American culture and impose their culture on it. And we're seeing this in places like Minneapolis and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we want a country that is our own, it has to be run by the fucking book, by the Constitution, by the law, by the rules. And we can't have any of this virtue signaling bullshit that y'all do trying to stick up for these people. A lot of these people don't belong here at all. And they need to be sent back to where they came from. And that's a major correction that I don't think American citizens are actually ready for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure if you give them a couple more months, they will be.
Well,
because dude, it's going to be on our doorsteps, right?
I hope so. You guys elect me and I fucking do it.
Let me ask you this, right? When we talk, let's get real, strategic here, right? Because I'm with you. I say get them all out, but I don't want to have to pay for it. What does that retribution look like? I mean, do we build okay, if we got, we took.
That could look different ways, bro. That could be sanctions on the countries that they came from for sending them here.
Just send them the fucking invoice.
And we could just say, we're not doing business with you for a while, or you're paying this extra tax, or there's lots of ways to get the money back for that.
Yeah.
Lots of ways.
Yeah. Because I'm with you. Get them the fuck out, but not on our dime. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't come here on a dime.
Bro, the bleeding heart far left liberals that are in, they're not liberals, they're communists, okay? Liberals are.
Let's call them what it is.
Yeah. The far left communist element of our government, which has been proven now to be taking money for policy decisions from communist countries. Those people, they argue that these people have more rights than the American citizens have. We heard it on the story that we called from New York, where the mayor of New York said, we have a duty to take care of these people. And I think he said serve these people.
Oh, that was in Chicago. Yeah.
Chicago. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, in New York, they're saying just move them in your house.
Yeah. Well, dude, the next step is they can take your house. You can't do nothing for it. This is what happened in Venezuela. It's happened in many different countries in Europe. This is what's happening. And American people are so distracted and so delusional about the reality that's happening right now. They're so far off that, dude, some of you guys are going to go on vacation. You're going to come back and some of these people are going to be living in your house and you're not going to be able to do anything. And I guarantee you when that happens, your fucking whole opinion will change on it. Mm-hmm. It will no longer be, oh, they're taking children at the border and AOC's crying, and all this theater shit. It'll be real shit for you. And once it's real shit for you, your opinion is going to change.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been the victim of a violent crime. I know what violence is about. A lot of you guys don't. You think it's in the movies. You think it's in TV. You think it's bullshit. Do you think that those people that thought today that got stabbed, do you think that they woke up and thought they were going to get stabbed? You think that's what they thought was going to happen today? Are French people running around stabbing French people? Or is it always these migrants that come through? What about in the other countries in Europe? Who's doing it? Are Germans attacking Germans? Are the Irish attacking the Irish? Are the English attacking the English? No, it's all these people that they brought in for the last 10 years to create the one world community, an asylum. And these people are fucking different kinds of people. And dude, you have these people openly on TV, like in video clips, talking about how they're going to impose their will as a race on these countries in Europe by raping the women and impregnating them.
Yeah.
And fucking half of these people are like, oh, you're too harsh or you're a racist for saying that. No, bro, I'm pro-American.
It's real shit. It's real shit. And dude, I mean, this might be real tinfoil here, but I even think.
And keep in mind, that is not a criticism of the people of those countries.
No.
Because these are the criminal element of those countries.
The good people in those countries are still in those countries.
Correct.
Yeah, 100, no doubt.
They're like, fucking, bro, this is great. We got less fucking
crime went down. Yeah, like I ain't got, yeah. Dude,
and you know what they do to criminals in those countries? They cut their fucking hands off and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit we should be doing.
And now those countries at the point, all right, we'll just get rid of them. We'll send them somewhere else.
Yeah. People get their, dude, you want to solve DWI problem? Put people in jail for a fucking year on their first offense.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will ever drive drunk again.
Like mandatory.
It'll never happen again.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man, but I was going to say.
Like you would switch the culture from that in 1 minute.
Yeah, dude, you're just making the shit harsh.
Yeah, dude.
Making the shit fucking harsh.
You steal shoplift from one of these stores and get caught, bro. Pfft, sorry, cutting off your fucking hand so everybody knows that you're a thief. I mean, these policies are not unreasonable considering what's going on in the world.
Not only that, they're biblical. Right? Like the shit, like that's how it has been for thousands of years.
Listen, people don't learn lessons until it affects them directly.
Yeah. It's real, man. Real shit. Guys, that was headline number 2. Let's move on to our third and final headline we have for you guys today. So headline number 3 reads, FBI Director Christopher Wray caves to the White House Oversight Committee as he's forced to release docs on Joe Biden foreign bribery claims, and lawmakers can look at it from today. Now, I should warn you, this is not the full story. Again, there's other stuff going on here. But this Daily Mail article is reading, the FBI has caved into the House Oversight Committee's demand to release documents that claim Joe Biden was involved in a $5 million bribery scheme when he was vice president. The agreement ends a standoff that began on May 3rd when Director Christopher Wray was issued with a subpoena to hand over the document. A spokesman for the Oversight Committee told DailyMail.com members can start reviewing the documents from today under lock and key inside a SCIF, which is a sensitive compartmented information facility. But most members have gone home for the weekend. Wray had refused to share the unverified document with anyone except the chair of the committee, James Comer, and the ranking Democrat, Jamie Raskin. Comer came out from viewing the document and said it was troubling. Raskin said it was nothing. I thought that was interesting, but
what party is Raskin with?
Democrats.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So this document, this document's a FD 1023, and allegedly it details and lays out the bribery scheme between Joe Biden and a foreign national. And we know that there's connections with China. There's connections, obviously, with Ukraine, right? And what it is a pay for play. You pay me, I make policy decisions in your interest. And
more importantly, against the American people's interests.
Directly against the American people's interests. 100%. Now, I thought that was interesting because there's another news story that came out today. Same day as this is coming out, okay? Headline reads, Cuba to host secret Chinese spy base focusing on U.S.
It's not very secret.
Yeah, no shit. So this is a Wall Street Journal
Probably
article.
means it's already existed for many years.
Yeah, they're just letting us know that it's there.
Right.
100%. But this Wall Street Journal article reads, China and Cuba have reached a secret agreement for China to establish an electronic eavesdropping facility on the island in a brand new geopolitical challenge by Beijing to the U.S., according to U.S. officials familiar with highly classified intelligence. An eavesdropping facility in Cuba, roughly 100 miles from Florida, would allow Chinese intelligence services to scoop up electronic communications throughout the southeastern United States, where many military bases are located, and monitor U.S. ship traffic. Officials familiar with the matter said that China had agreed to pay cash-strapped Cuba several billion dollars to allow it to build the eavesdropping station, and that the two countries had reached an agreement in principle. Quote, while I cannot speak to this specific report, we are well aware of and have spoken many times to the People's Republic of China's efforts to invest in infrastructure around the world that may have military purposes, including in this hemisphere. John Kirby, spokesman for the National Security Council, said, quote, we monitor it closely, take steps to counter it, and remain confident that we are able to meet all of our security commitments at home, in the region, and around the world. And for translation, yes, we know about it. We're not going to do shit about it, though. U.S. officials, the article continues, U.S. officials described the intelligence on the planned Cuba site apparently gathered in recent weeks as convincing. They said the base would enable China to conduct signals intelligence, known in the espionage world as SIGINT, which could include the monitoring of a range of communications, including emails, phone calls, and satellite transmissions. And if you guys don't believe that this is true, CNN posted about it. How you know it's true. Their headline reads, Cuba gives China permission to build spy facility on island, U.S. Intel says. And they go through and lay it out. Even reached out to the CIA for comment, but the CIA declined to comment, of course. CNN has reached out to the Chinese and Cuban embassies in Washington, D.C. As well. Andy, what do you got on this?
Wouldn't be happening if a true patriot of America was running shit. Real talk. If you guys don't understand where this is going, I don't know how to explain it to you. And by the way, why do they need to build a whole base when they can just fly spy balloons over our country and our own president doesn't do shit about it? Okay? They're being allowed to do these things because of this bribery scheme that is they're so afraid to show. And we have someone who in office who is compromised. They are making decisions, and it's not just him. There's people in the media, there's people in the press that cover it. There's a whole bunch of Democrats in on it. And these people are covering and they're covering for the number one enemy that we have in the world. And secondly, they're selling the safety of all of you for a fucking dollar. For a dollar amount, regardless of what amount it is. And if we actually were to call this what it is, it's fucking treason. Okay? But for some reason, there's a whole bunch of people in this country that don't think that they think that's conspiracy theory. And the reason they think it's conspiracy theory is because they run operations to make people think that people like me are crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's very dangerous, bro. And I don't think people understand the implications of what China's being allowed to do. They're taking over the world right now, economically and militarily. And, if you don't think that they're going to come here and fucking do whatever the fuck they want to do, you're insane. That's their plan. And we're only a few years away from it. So you better wake the fuck up. You should start training, getting yourself off of their system economically so they have less and less power. Remove yourself from the matrix by becoming independent, by becoming someone who doesn't need their medication, but instead lives a healthy lifestyle, by becoming somebody who isn't poor and actually works hard to earn money so you have options and you have the ability to make decisions that are in the benefit of you and your family, to live at a high standard for people who are actually around you, not just for yourself, understanding that a rising tide raises all ships and that the example we set is actually the solution to the problems that we have going on in this country. There's a whole bunch of other things, but basically it is don't do anything they fucking want you to do and become someone who doesn't need them for anything. And that takes away their power and they're unable to give power when they don't have power to give. So That's where we're talking about the solution being. People think, oh, we got to riot. We got to do this. There might become a time for that. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, the best thing you can do is bankrupt these people by fucking not needing them. Becoming independent, becoming the embodiment of personal excellence in all areas. Live a high standard. Be healthy. Pursue wealth. Pursue happiness. Pursue being good to your neighbor. Help fix the culture. Raise the standard. These are the things that are going to fix this country. This is not just something that someone can come in and do. Okay? Rejecting their absurdity. When they put a 350-pound woman on the magazine and they call it health, call it out as bullshit. When they attack something that's changed fucking millions of people's lives for the better, call it bullshit. Start using your voice. They want you to hate everybody. Don't hate everybody. Understand that a lot of people have been brainwashed. Have empathy for them and say, hey, man, look, I used to think that shit too, but here's what woke me up, right? Have conversations. There's all kinds of things that we can do to stop this from happening, and it's not too late. It just needs to be executed at a mass scale.
I love that, man. Guys, tell us in the comments what you think and where you guys stand on this.
And by the way, the biggest thing is we have to call for accountability.
Yeah.
There has to be accountability. If we do not call for accountability, there will be no accountability.
Not just one time.
No, we have to demand it every single day.
Every day, man.
These people who have done these crimes and done these things, going back to making up Russia collusion, hiding a laptop, fucking influencing an election, potentially stealing an election, which I think, that's my personal opinion. You know, the media mind control shit they did during COVID, the banning of these effective therapeutics, all of this shit they did. You can never forget it, and you have to call for accountability, okay? If we do not call for accountability at a mass scale, there will be no accountability ever. This is why I say, like, to the black pillars, I'm like, you guys are the problem. Because instead of saying, you know, instead of calling for accountability, like, bro, we need to fucking have accountability for this and use your voice everywhere you get a chance to, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen because you're saying nothing's going to happen. We need every fucking voice to speak up on this.
That's real, man. Cuban Missile Crisis 2.0, man.
Isn't it interesting how that Democrat member of Congress,
Raskin?
Yeah, that like, dude, you're real like this Raskin guy. Like, you guys are really this fucking partisan. Like, you are so partisan that you'll protect a literal traitor from what's happened and what they're doing to your people that elected you to represent them.
They have to,
bro. It's disgusting.
Yeah, Raskin ain't got no choice.
Well, I'm sure he's leveraged, and I'm sure he's fucking on the take with these dudes too.
Yeah, man.
Listen, when Trump says drain the swamp, like, he ran an ad like the other day, and I saw who drained the swamp. Well, you didn't, motherfucker, because we're still dealing with it. We're still dealing with it. You can't run an ad saying elect me, I drained the swamp, when you didn't drain the fucking swamp. We need someone to actually drain the swamp. Big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's real. It's real. Guys, tell us what you think in the comments. Let us know where you guys stand on this. But with that being said, that was our third and final headline. So it's now time for our final segment of the show. As always, we have thumbs up or dumb as fuck. That's where we bring an article up, we talk about it. It'll get one of those two options. And so with that being said, our thumbs up or dumb as fuck headline reads, photos. Boy raises over $1,000 selling lemonade to help firefighter beat cancer. My hero. So this is a Breitbart Be Inspired article reading, a child with a compassionate heart in Keene, New Hampshire, is being praised for helping a local first responder in a big way. The boy, whose name is Grayson, wanted to raise money for Lieutenant Aaron F. Cooper of the Keene Fire Department during his recovery from cancer. So he came up with the idea for a lemonade stand, WMUR reported Saturday. Thanks to his hard work, he initially raised $923 for the cause. In a social media post Tuesday, user Stephanie Lawler said Grayson brought his donation to the firehouse. Images show the young man with a huge smile on his face while standing on a fire truck with first responders gathered around him. Here's one of the pictures from the post.
That's awesome.
But he didn't stop there. According to Lawler's post, Grayson was not through raising money for the local hero. Quote, this Saturday at 10 a.m., come see us for more delicious lemonade and brownies at Monadnock Harley-Davidson on Route 12 at 10 a.m. Lieutenant Cooper has been here for the community for many years. It's time for the community to be there for him during his time of need, she wrote. Monadnock Harley-Davidson also encouraged people to attend the event and shared pictures of Grayson holding a sign that read, Quote, lemonade donation. Let's help Lieutenant Cooper beat cancer. Here's the Monadnock Harley Davidson post. A couple of pictures there of Grayson. Quote, such a blessing. Thanks, Grayson. You're my hero. Lieutenant Cooper replied to the post, while another person said, Gray is such a good soul. In a social media post on May 26th, the firefighter Cooper shared a photo of Grayson along with advertisement for his lemonade stand and said, quote, things like this fill me up so much. I'd be there sitting beside you if I could, but I'm out of state for the weekend with my family. Thanks, my friend. And there's Grayson there. Anyway, we got on this.
I think it's awesome, dude. You know, dude, first of all, this is amazing. And like total respect to this kid's parents for raising like a really quality young man. I actually had an experience this weekend at Summer Smash with another quality young man named Vincent, who brought me the plans for First Form Land.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the First Form theme park that Vincent came up with that I'm going to figure out how to make happen in real life eventually. And he even designed the bumper cars, and they were Ford Mustang bumper cars. He let me know, very specific.
That's dope.
Okay. He went through and drew the train that's going to take people around, and he made this whole business plan. I mean, all illustrated, showing me how here's the water flume. Okay. Like this dude thought it out. Right. And he's like 7.
Yeah.
Right. These kind of things matter, guys. And yes, they give us hope, but I just want to say, like, kudos to you parents out there that are doing this work, because this is exactly what's needed. We need people that care. We need people that take initiative. We need people that are going to understand that, you know, they have to do some work to get some things done. And I'm seeing that more and more with our youngest people, because I think the parents right now recognize how fucked society is, and they're doing an extra good job, which gives me hope for that generation, dude.
Yeah, it's not completely lost.
No, I don't think so. I don't even think it's completely lost. I think the resilience of American people will win. I think good people will win. I do not think they will win. I think good people will win, but we have to tactically understand that we have to be united to do so, and we have to represent certain cultural values the best that we can. Are we going to be perfect? Absolutely not. We're going to fuck up all the time. But the reality is we can't just accept our fuck ups and say, oh, that's just how I am. Like that's cop out shit, dude. You know, like, oh, 400 pounds is beautiful. No, it fucking isn't. And more importantly, not only is it not beautiful, which maybe you think it is, most people don't. Okay. Go call a regular woman who roots for Lizzo and says she's beautiful, tell her she looks like Lizzo and see what her fucking face looks like.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay. So let's quit with the fucking lies and the virtue signaling. And besides the beauty standard, it's super unhealthy. And people like that are going to fucking live a terrible life, a quality of life and a shortened life. And this is science. This isn't like, it's not the science. This is actual science.
Right. It's not they, them science.
Yeah.
It's real science.
So, but anyway, I mean, this is cool. Grayson, you're an amazing dude. This is super cool. It gives me a lot of hope, and major respect to the parents that, raised this young man, and we need more like it.
Absolutely, man. Guys, that's definitely a thumbs up over here.
Yep.
But Andy, guys.
All right, guys. Well, that's the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share the show. Pay the fee. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.